Tokyo, Reuters, Asian shares slid to their lowest in 6 months on Friday, on signs U.S. trade battles with China and many other countries are starting to chip away at corporate profits, while oil prices were choppy ahead of an OPEC meeting to discuss raising output. MISIA Euro Trademark's broadest index of Asia-Pacific shares outside Japan. MIAP J0000 PUS dropped as much as 0.35% at one point to touch its lowest since early December. Hong Kong's Hang Seng. She hit 6-month lows, having lost 3.9% so far this week. South Korea's Kospi. KS11 hit 9-month lows, and in mainland China, the CSI 300 index. CSI 300 lost almost 5% this week to hit 1-year lows. Japan's Nikkei. N225 lost 0.85%. On Wall Street, the Dow Jones Industrial Average. DJI fell for an 8th straight session on Thursday, and the S&P 500. SPX lost 0.63%, with industrials. SPLRC and materials shares. SPLRCM hit hard. Even the high-flying Nasdaq Composite. IXIC, which has outperformed this year on the perception that high-tech shares were less vulnerable to trade wars, shed 0.88%. In a sign that escalating tensions between the United States and its trade partners were taking a toll on the economy, the Philadelphia Federal Reserve Euro Trademark's gauge of U.S. mid-Atlantic business activity published on Thursday fell to a 1-half-year low. A Euro Philadelphia FIDA Euro Trademark's survey showed a drop in new orders. Investors are concerned that the trade frictions are starting to affect corporate sentiment and their activities, a Euro said Nobuhiko Kuramachi, chief strategist at Mizuho Securities. The impact on corporate profits has become tangible, with German carmaker Daimler, DiGN.de, cutting its earnings forecast on Wednesday, saying tariffs on cars exported from the United States to China would hurt Mercedes sales. Despite budding signs of economic damage, trade frictions have shown no sign of abating. U.S. Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross said on Thursday the United States needs to make it harder for its trading partners to have high trade barriers in order to achieve President Donald Trump a Euro Trademark's ultimate goal of lower tariffs and a level playing field. India joined the European Union and China in retaliating against Trump a Euro Trademark's tariffs on steel and aluminum, raising import duties on U.S. almonds by 20% and leveraging its position as the world a Euro Trademark's biggest buyer of the product. While some investors still hope Washington and Beijing can work out a deal before July 6, when the first round of U.S. tariffs on Chinese goods as well as retaliatory tariffs by China are due to take effect, others see diminishing hopes of an early compromise. Worsening sentiment pushed U.S. bond yields lower and triggered profit-taking in the dollar. The 10-year U.S. Treasuries yield fell to 2.910%. US 10YT equals RR from Thursday, a Euro Trademark's high of 2.950% and its 3-week high of 3.010% touched on Wednesday last week. As the dollar lost steam, the euro bounced back to $1.1611 euro equals after hitting an 11-month low of $1.1508 on Thursday. The single currency had fallen on bets of a protracted period of monetary policy divergence between the U.S. Federal Reserve and the European Central Bank. In addition, the Italian government a Euro Trademark's appointment on Thursday of 2 Eurosceptics to head key finance committees reignited worries about anti-Euro voices in the Eurozone, a Euro Trademark's third-largest economy. The British pound jumped back from a 7-month trough after the Bank of England a Euro Trademark's chief economist, Andy Haldane, unexpectedly joined the minority of policymakers calling for rates to rise to 0.75%, citing concerns about growing wage pressure. The pound GBP equals D3 last fetched $1.3262, off Thursday's low of $1.3102. The dollar changed hands at 109.95 yen JPY equals, having slipped 0.65% so far this week. The Chinese yuan weakened about 0.15% in both onshore CNY equals CFXS and offshore CNH equals D4 trades, staying near their lowest levels since mid-January. A euro. If the US puts more pressure on China with tariffs, I would suspect the Chinese authorities would like to drive the yuan lower to mitigate the impact, a euro said Daisuke Uno, chief strategist at Sumitomo Mitsui Bank. The MSCI Emerging Markets Index (MSCI) fell to its lowest in almost 9 months this week, as it was also hurt by rising U.S. interest rates, which could prompt fund outflows and also raise funding costs for many borrowers in those countries. Some emerging market countries have recently raised interest rates to stem declines in their currencies. Oil prices rose on uncertainty ahead of a meeting of the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, and other major producers including Russia starting later on Friday. Saudi Arabia and Russia have set a production increase of about 1 million barrels per day, BPD, or around 1% of global supply had become a near consensus proposal for the group and its allies, but Iran held out against a deal amid the prospect of lower exports due to U.S. sanctions on Tehran. Brent crude LCOC-1 traded at $74 a barrel, up 95 cents, or 1.3%, a day after it had fallen $1.69. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude CLV-1 rose 89 cents, or 1.35% to $66.42 per barrel.